You just had your offer accepted. Congratulations, right? But hold on, the inspection has happened and suddenly the seller just ghosts you, or worse, accepts another offer. Let's talk about what really happens, what's the legal part about it, and how to protect yourself. What's going on, everyone? What really happens in inspection? An inspection is a fact finding mission, it is not a pass or fail. An inspector looks at the home's bones, so the roof, the plumbing, the electrical, the boiler, the foundation, structure, all of that stuff you can see on a quick showing. And here's the key: if they find issues, and it doesn't mean the seller automatically gives you the money, this is the moment for you to decide: do I ask for repairs? Do I request a credit? Or is this deal no longer worth it? Those are important questions. So let's say the inspector finds a broken water heater, for example, right? So loose stair railings, and a damp basement with signs of old water damage. You as the buyer can say, well, we'd like, for example, 5,000 credit at the closing cost to handle all the issues. The seller then turns around and has three options: agree to the credit, offer to make the repairs, say no. Now the ball's back on your court. Are you okay with moving forward or walking away? But here's when it gets really tricky. When the seller tries to walk, in places like New York, your offer doesn't lock until the contracts are signed. From experience, I know. I even as a realtor. So if you're in inspection mode and haven't signed a contract yet, the seller can legally entertain and accept another offer, especially those cash offers. And yes, if it does sound brutal, you pay 400 plus for an inspection, maybe get emotionally invested, and suddenly you hear, sorry, we going another direction. It sucks. It's horrible. But technically, they can do it if the contract's not signed yet. So this is why speed and urgency matter. This is why your team is important. Everyone's important. And how to protect yourself to avoid this heartbreak. Schedule your inspection ASAP. I'm talking about within 24 to 48 hours off the acceptance. Have your attorney on deck, right on the call, ready to make the move. Communicate. Don't assume silence means security. Buyers tend to get real comfortable, and get a responsive team. So you need people who hustle, not snooze. A pro tip is ask your agent to confirm in writing that the seller is not reviewing any other offers while you're inspecting. And it's not binding, but it at least it sets expectations. You know what I mean? Just try to protect yourself. The expectation is super important. The inspection is your protection, not a coupon, but until the contract is sealed, the deal isn't sealed. So move fast, ask some questions, and work with people who know how to guide you through all this craziness, all this chaos. If you're a buyer in the middle of all this and need a guide, DM me inspection, and I'll be more than happy to send you my inspection checklist, negotiate template, and a copy of my buyer action plan. And stay tuned for part 2, where we're breaking down what's expected in the final walkthrough and closing day. Because yes, deals still fall apart even at the finish. It's your boy HP Sells Home. Conversations over transaction. To the next one.